Everyone who visits Iceland goes to visit the beautiful waterfalls of Gullfoss, but did you know that in the past someone actually swam across it for love? Yes, it's a nice folk tale, but before we talk about it, hi, I'm Lawrence and I'm here to tell you many stories around the world from my human point of view. Before we start, help me to grow this project, snap me a like and subscribe. Okay, to tell you this wonderful story, I have to start a little earlier. It was a warm summer evening in Greece around 600 BC and... what? You say I started too far back? Okay, maybe you're right. So, it was a cold day of April 2023 in Reykjavik and I was waiting for the first bus tour of my Icelandic trip. My first destination was the Golden Circle, specifically some of the most famous tourist spots near the capital. And as you can imagine, one of them was indeed the Gullfoss Waterfall. But let's go step by step. After waiting for a while in the cold, I took the bus and voila, we are off and running. My first approach to Iceland was strange. It's difficult, but I want to try to explain the feeling I had. It was completely blank, void, empty, and this emptiness gave me a really relaxing feeling, you know. Living in the mainland we usually see a lot of trees, houses and little villages, maybe a few cultivated fields. Here nothing, only lava fields and mountains in the distance. Oh my god, I love it. I had a whole day ahead of me in this nothingness. I was really excited. After 50 minutes, after the first stop in the village of Hjaltaldur for a brutal restoring coffee, we reached the first stop of the day, the Crater. It was a long time ago a nice and small volcano. Now it is extinct and inside it is created a cute pond. This is one of several crater lakes in the area known as the Western Volcanic Zone of Iceland and is one of those with the most visually recognizable caldera still intact. As far as I'm concerned, with this beautiful red rock and this fantasy vibe could only be a pool where the dwarves would go to dive in after a day of searching the depths of the heart for riches, of course. You certainly wouldn't notice it, but Iceland is a very volcanically active land, you know, with all this lava and black sand and craters. I'm sure you surely wouldn't notice it. Icelanders use volcanic energy for their daily life, and here in Iceland energy is really cheap. The guide said he paid a bill of 20 euros last April. Isn't that great? Damn, now I want a volcano under my house too. Or why not a geyser? Speaking about geysers. Oh yes folks, our next stop was right at Strokkur, the younger brother of the famous Geysir, the geyser from which all the geysers in the world are named, because it was the first to be discovered, of course. This one was really smaller, but he didn't fail to put on a show, so enveloped in sulfur fumes, I waited and waited, distracting myself occasionally to film the boiling water and thinking that if a person were to make a pasta carbonara there by using this water, they might as well save on eggs. Yes, it's really weird where my mind can go sometimes. And then, suddenly... Doppio. Whoa, double splash, that's great. What is special about this geyser is that it's easy to see its eruption, and it is one of the very few natural geysers that erupts frequently and reliably. So after taking that shot, I get my bus with a big smile. Before continuing on our tour, we stopped to say hello to some very nice animals. Icelandic horses are really distinctive and cute. They are small and are native to Iceland, of course. Did you know that Icelandic law prevents horses from being imported into the country and exported animals are not allowed to return? This is for prevention of the race and because in Iceland they have only a few diseases. However, after this brief visit, it was time for the Majesty. And here we are, the famous Gullfoss Waterfalls. I promise you a good story. Well, okay. The legend is about two young people, a boy and a girl who lived near those beautiful waterfalls on the Hivita river. They grew up together, becoming first friends and then falling in love with each other. One day the girl said more in jest than in defiance that she could have her if he swam across the river. The boy didn't make himself repeat it twice, jumped into the river and with much effort and apprehension of the girl, reached the other bank. Legend has it that they got married, had a happy life, had many descendants and they were very hard-working people, yeah. Speaking of these waterfalls, however, are really beautiful. Think they wanted to turn it into a hydroelectric power plant, but fortunately thanks to Lady Sigridur Thomasdottir, the first Icelandic environmentalist, I hope I pronounced it well, was preserved in all its beauty. This trip was becoming more and more exciting to me. There was only one more stop to go and then we would return to Reykjavik. I'm talking about Thingvellir National Park. It's the first Icelandic parliament founded in the late 900s, and this is also the visible division between the Eurasian and the North American continental plates. It's really cool, look at these rocks. We walked for about 40 minutes, unfortunately both of my cameras decided to give problems, so I didn't have so much clips about this place. But it's definitely a must visit. I don't know, with the snow it had its own sublime beauty. Our journey today was unfortunately coming to an end. It was an amazing day, so as I was observing the Icelandic lava fields on my way back to the big city, I was catched by a flash of awareness. I realized the one important thing that day, that was that if you want to win a girl's heart, take a dip in the cold Icelandic waters after she falls in love with you. Hello folks, thank you for watching and reaching the end card. This was the first video of my great trip to Iceland. I hope you enjoyed. As usual, I'm not sponsored, but link in description if you need infos. See you so in the next week for a rather adventurous video. No spoiler at all. In the meantime, cheers!